Before the sharp suits, the undercut, and the thousand-yard stare of Tommy Shelby, Cillian Murphy was just a kid from Cork with a guitar, a dream, and absolutely no plan to become one of the most quietly captivating actors of his generation. Born in 1976 in Douglas, a suburb of Cork, Ireland, Cillian wasn't chasing the spotlight. In fact, he was more likely to be found jamming with his band, the Sons of Mr. Green Jeans, named after a Frank Zappa song. His world revolved around music, not movies. He was set on becoming a rock star. Acting? That was more of a fluke. A local theater production caught his interest, and on a whim, he auditioned. He didn't get the part, not at first, but something clicked. That stage lit a fire he didn't expect, and before long, he was turning down a record deal to pursue a completely uncertain path into acting. His early career was filled with gritty Irish dramas and indie films. Then came Disco Pigs in 2001, raw, unfiltered, and deeply emotional. It was his breakout, and it showed the world something Ireland had known for a while. This guy was different, but Hollywood didn't know what to do with Cillian Murphy. Not at first. He wasn't loud, he wasn't flashy, and he didn't chase fame. Still, directors took notice. One of them was Danny Boyle, who cast him in the post-apocalyptic thriller 28 Days Later. With that hollow-eyed stare and haunted vulnerability, Cillian carried the weight of the film. Suddenly, the world noticed. Then came Christopher Nolan. Nolan saw something precise, cerebral, and a little dangerous in Cillian, which made him perfect for the role of Dr. Jonathan Crane, aka the Scarecrow, in the Dark Knight trilogy. It was the start of a long, creative partnership. Cillian would appear again in Nolan's mind-bending worlds, Inception, Dunkirk, and most recently as J. Robert Oppenheimer. But it was in 2013 that everything shifted, and it wasn't on the big screen. Peaky Blinders. With a cigarette perched on his lip and a razor blade glint in his eye, Cillian disappeared into the role of Tommy Shelby, the brooding, brilliant crime boss with a heart full of trauma. Over 6 seasons, Murphy redefined what it meant to play the anti-hero. His performance wasn't just acting, it was transformation. Cool, calculated, magnetic. He made silence louder than words. Yet behind the camera, Cillian remained, well, Cillian, quiet, private. He famously avoids red carpets, prefers the train to the limo, and calls social media not for me. He lives in Dublin with his wife and 2 sons and doesn't see himself as a celebrity, just a working actor. And maybe that's the secret. While the industry chases fame, Cillian chases truth, emotional truth, character truth. Whether he's walking through a nuclear blast's aftermath or calmly ordering a whiskey in post-war Birmingham, there's always something real flickering just beneath his eyes. In 2023, Oppenheimer put Murphy front and center, not just in a Nolan film, but in history. His portrayal of the man behind the atomic bomb was haunted, intellectual, and deeply human. For many, it was the performance of his career. But ask him, and he'd probably shrug. Because for Cillian Murphy, the work has always spoken louder than the fame, and that perhaps is what makes him unforgettable.